Here, we're going to go through internal rotation. So what we're going to do, you can do the internal rotation from that 90-90 position, but I feel like for a lot of people, it's just, they don't have that range of motion, and they start getting stretches in areas that they probably shouldn't be getting it, but it isn't for everybody. So we're going to start. So first we'll kind of test internal rotation. So if I test internal rotation on my right side, and I go out, I feel like, I got maybe, not a lot, but it's like 10-ish degrees, something like that. So what I'm gonna do is, if this is 0, and let's say that's like 10, I'm gonna move out just a little bit more than 10 degrees. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take this opposite leg, I'm gonna place it over, and I should just feel like I get a little stretch on the outside part of my hip. So from here, I'm going to feel like my knee's trying to push to my right, but it's going to be blocked by my leg. So as I'm here, I'm going to push into that leg or that foot at 25, working its way up to 50, to 75, and I'm at 100, and I want to hold that for 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and I'm gonna lift, and then I'm gonna try to actively pull this right knee down without this right butt cheek coming off the floor. So I'm trying to staple that right hip down for 20 seconds. I'm gonna pull that knee in, down towards the floor, getting a little bit more of a stretch on the outside part of the hip, and definitely feeling the inner thighs working. I'm gonna hold that for about 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and put that leg back on. Then I'm just gonna go with that 10-ish breaths. Inhale, long exhale. And those 10-ish breaths are gonna try to equal, around, like, it could be longer for everybody, but 60-ish seconds, maybe a little bit more. Go about 3 more breaths. All right, now from there I'm going to start pushing against that leg again. 25, 50, 75. I'm at 100. For 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1, and pull that knee back down for 20. And I feel like you can either have your leg up, for some people, I'll just drop it down to the side. I can kind of readjust if I feel like my right butt cheek's kind of coming off the floor. I'm just trying to pull that knee down. It's like I'm trying to pull that knee down and almost like trying to push this right or this left knee up towards the ceiling. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Foot over. Then I'll go for 10 breaths again. So obviously internal rotation is super important for getting into each hip. Backswing, downswing, if you're not able to get into each hip, that's going to kind of lead to you standing up at impact and losing a little bit of distance and losing club head speed. So definitely super important for golfers. So you can use breaths, or if you want, you can just set the timer to about 60-ish seconds. If you have a little bit more time, 90 seconds would be good. So I'm going to do it for about 3 more breaths, then I'll retest and see if it got a little better. So if you're going to do all this stuff and it doesn't get better, not a huge point to it. 1 more breath. And relax. Okay, so I'll retest that internal rotation. So I had about maybe 10-ish. If I check now, I mean, that's pretty significantly better, so which is good. So now from here, I'm going to go to left side. So if I were to check left, I have more on the left. So I'll go out, a little bit, tad bit more, bring that leg over, get to my end range without this left hip coming up. Start pushing into that kind of ankle foot. Up to 50%, 75%, 100%, and just kind of thinking like I'm just trying to push this knee left. Okay, and that should fire up glute, but it's not going anywhere. So a couple more seconds, 3, 2, and 1. I take that foot off. Should like that foot down on the ground. I'm trying to push the knee down as I'm thinking at the same time I'm trying to push the knee, this right knee up towards the ceiling. About 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Back on. Breathe in that position for 10 breaths. Or that's 60 seconds, 90 seconds, whatever you want. So when you're doing some of the contract, relax stuff, contracting one side is going to be able to relax the other side. Okay, we'll go for about 2 more breaths, then we'll start another cycle. All right, so we're going to push that knee, trying to push it to the left, 25%, and we're slowly building up that tension. 50, 75, 100 for another 10 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift and pull. Put this leg down, so I'm pulling the knee down, but at the same time, feel like I'm almost like pushing the knee up. Holding that for 20 seconds. If you need to readjust, that's fine. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Put that leg over the top. We're just going to finish up. 10 breaths, 60 seconds. We'll recheck, see if it got better. If it got better, cool. If not, either sometimes changing the position to end up getting that internal rotation.